There is actually a fundamental principle that both Convene and GovernWith share. And that's why we both focus on environmental and social governance. So Katherine, talk to us about Convene's why.
The key thing and the key focus for the Convene ESG platform is to help set the tone at the top. So I'll just talk about three key things. So the first one is the alignment with stakeholder expectations. So all the way from regulations, government bodies requiring information on ESG, but also in terms of investment makers, or investment decision makers wanting a more robust information on ESG data. The second part is to help boards in their enhanced decision-making processes. I often hear this in my experience with ESG: what gets measured gets done. And so that's very important in supporting the boards in the leveraging of the tools, technology, to ensure that they have real-time or close to real-time data on ESG. And lastly, of course, it's to promote transparency and accountability, which I think speaks for itself.
At GovernWith, our principle and why we chose to work with ESG is for the same reason. We know that there is a significant transparency expected by all of our key stakeholders now, our communities, our clients, our workforce. Everybody who has anything to do with our organisation is looking at us and saying, what are you doing about your sustainable, environmental and social governance practices? And yes, from a governance perspective, we understand that reporting and that being compliant is important, but that's not our real why. Our real why is to support our boards, our directors, our executives and their subcommittees, in fact the whole organisation, to be able to embody those principles, to actually set the tone at the top, to be brave, to be curious about how they can represent the diversity of their communities. How can they remove barriers, invisible barriers, that prevent that diversity being at the governance table? And how can they lead on this? And how can they, through their organisation-wide embodiment of this, actually make a change and make a difference? And that's why we're partnering with Convene to lead on the environmental social governance.